madness? Well, with every murder, there has to be surely a touch of madness. Adelaide Gaol, Z ward. We do tours at both. At the Adelaide Gaol, for instance, we look at the history of executions. For instance, did you know that there were 5 executions in the parklands before the Adelaide Gaol was built? We take you to visit the hanging tower, the gallows, the graves, or murderer's row as we call it, and we look at some of the characters that ended their day at the Adelaide Gaol, sentenced to hang by the neck until dead. Elizabeth Woolcock, for instance, the only woman in South Australia that we ever executed. Was she innocent or was she guilty? Then we look at John Balaban, supposedly South Australia's very first serial killer. But was there one before him? We'll look and see who that could be. And what about the hangings? Did any of them go wrong? Well, come along and find out, as well as the people who may have gone to the gallows innocent. So what happens if you were deemed insane, as it was called back then, when you committed your crime? Then you were put here into Z ward. Here at Z ward, we look at 12 of the historical murderers who were put in here. We look into their faces and reflect on their victims. We look at their stories, their crime, and how they eventually ended up. Murderers such as Daft Frank, the jockey who turned killer. We also look at the mad Russian and the hero that tried to protect the women from him when he opened fire, sadly losing his own life. So if you're not into ghosts, book in to one of our Murder and Madness tours. Not a ghost to be seen, not unless one wants to join us.